thought we'd, everything was kind of like we expected, but every time we'd visit somewhere new, it would, blow us away. And particularly New York, that was just not only an eye opener, but a good learning experience.
So a bit different from Rocky.
Slightly
different from Rocky.
Yeah, a lot different actually. I've been around a lot, but I can tell you, nothing was as fun as that last trip that I've been on. To go with your bandmates and a lot of our mates met us over there. Incredible.
So I mean, music. How did the music rank in the priority list?
We didn't care about the music.
Well, we sort of talk on the way, and music performance second priority, nightlife first priority.
Yeah. And we were told that.
Yeah.
Look, to be honest, though, it was one of those. It was so busy. It was full on. We were playing 2 gigs a day, and they weren't like the normal gigs you do at festivals or your own gigs where you're prepared and you play an hour and you really rip it in. It was, you get your gear, you get the band, you play for 20, 25 minutes, and then you got to get it the hell out of the road before the next band comes on. And by the time you played your last song, you're ready to, hit form, but then you're getting booted off stage. So really all it's about is, I suppose, getting our Rocky personalities out there afterwards and meeting all these people, and that's what we're very good at, and that's what we did well. All you do is you get up, you play hard and fast, and then you just get out there and have a good time. I think it's all about just meeting people, and there's that many people to meet that you can't keep up.
You had a few pedal issues with the music.
That's just a part of our set now.
That's right.
A part of our set. Like it's not in the set, but we know somewhere in the set one of the pedals is not going to work.
Yeah.
So we're used to it. Like today, leads were cutting out and pedals weren't working, but.
No, we're just used to it. We thought one day when we get everything right, won't that be good? We'll be too confident. We'd walk off stage thinking that we were Brad Pitt. In fact, today we're just Ed Norton. But
it's great to be back in Australia.
Yeah.
It's our first gig back in Australia. We got to walk on to a big stage at Byron and play to 10,000 people. So it was it's just great to be looked after. Like we're an Aussie band playing with some other Aussie bands, and really enjoyed it.
Yeah, there's something about Australia, whether you're overseas, in the States, where you're being looked after, big time. It doesn't matter. When you're back in Australia, you just feel a little bit more comfortable, and we felt that as soon as we landed in Sydney, even though we don't like Sydney, we felt that. And getting back to, Queensland and coming down to Byron, it's just a great feeling. The crowd's different. The people are so familiar.
Okay, so plans now. This is done. What are the plans for the rest of 2012?
Yeah. We've got a few big gigs coming up in April, May and June. A few festivals. Caboolture Music Festival will be interesting. Going back to Rocky to do the big Beef Week with Casey Chambers, and go show our faces back home for a bit, which will be, it'll be a good change and good to get home. And then we've got a really big tour left in June and July. We're going to hit Australia around for the last time for this album. Try to just get out there one more time before we hit the studio and try to bring out another album by the end of the year, early next year.
So a lot of material in the works?
Yeah, we recorded 2 new songs recently before we went overseas. One song that we've just released as a single, Still Don't Believe it's called, and we forgot to play that at the Bluesfest. I shouldn't have announced that.
I was about to say, you played the other new one.
I know, I cannot believe it.
Over death, there was death in there.
Yeah.
Death, but yeah.
We got a bit of blue on the street.
Yeah.
But yeah, so look, we've got Jeremy and I want to go home. We want to get back to our families and feel comfortable for a couple of weeks and finish playing all these songs that we've been mucking around with on the road. Hopefully go over the islands and just nut them out before we go back in the studio. So we're in no rush, but we want to put out something that's really good as opposed to a rush job. So we're hoping by the end of the year, if not early next year.
It's quite ridiculous actually going back to Rocky because they think we're Brad Pitt. So
you love it.
No, they really get behind us and support us. We've both got big families there, and it's great getting home because they just love us and we love getting home, and it's good getting down to the beaches and have a bit of a fish and doing what we do, which we don't get to do too often these days. I grew up in a family where there's 10 boys in one room together, 2 or 3 guitars around, drum kit and a bass and a piano, and sort of like who was the best guitarist, and I had 10 boys to compete against, and
sure, you're the best now.
Covered.
Tell me you're the best now. If not, jeez, you got him covered.
If not, you put the gloves on, you go at the back.
I can tell you what's embarrassing is when they say, "Can you get Tom around? We've got a family function. Get Tom around, play a gig." I rock out with the guitar, we play 2 songs, and then his brothers take over and they do 12-piece harmonies, rip up guitar like Jeremy. And I just sit here and just do the hand claps. It's like, they're very talented, the whole family is ridiculous. And, you know, that's Jeremy's Torres Strait Island influence is everything to our music. The harmonies and, you know, just the heart and soul that he brings to it.
They're the most integral part.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
My songs are their own. There's something there, but it's Jeremy and I together. It's always been a natural, you know, connection. And the harmonies, I've always loved Jeremy's harmonies, and it's got that Islander feel, and it turns it into an Australian, you know, way of kind of singing.
You know, Girls Just Want to Have Fun, we've done it. We haven't sung it like Cyndi Lauper would ever sing it.
Did that go? Was America? You would have had to have played that.
We didn't.
We didn't play it once.
Didn't play it once. No.
Interesting.
No.
I would have thought the fact that they, you know, would have known it.
Yeah,
And,
I mean, we're only over there for 20, 25 minutes, as I was saying, for a showcase. So you got to give them everything we've got, and there's a lot of labels and record companies there to see what we've got. You know, whether we can get them with 1 or 2 songs, and at the end of the day, I mean, we can play, you know, that outside from if they want. We don't mind. I mean, we don't mind playing it. In fact, I love playing it, to be honest. I love playing all the covers and all the originals. I mean, we played for these many years in the Oxford Hotel in Rockhampton, this pub that our manager actually back then owned, and his family own it now. And all we did was play these covers that I'd pull out of the woodworks, and Jeremy would jam along to it. And every now and then we'd play an original and say, here's a new Jack Johnson song, and sing one of our songs. And the crowd would be like, yes, I love Jack Johnson. It'd be one of our songs, but you wouldn't tell them, you know. That was the way we lied to the Rocky crowd to get them in. So, you know, I mean, if we ever have to play a cover, it's no dramas. Jeremy's like a human jukebox, and I'm very good at making up words. Jeremy gets away with wearing whatever he wants because he plays guitar like that. And DJ, our drummer, does the exact same, and it's up to our bass player and myself to kind of level it out a bit. So I was actually a bit dirty today because, God, I don't want to wear shorts, but I just knew that I had to level it out and keep our manager happy and the rest of it. And plus, you know, there's a few girls there had to look sharp.
So
it's just so much easier wearing thongs, and I flick them off anyway. And it was a warm day, so you know, got some shorts on and a singlet, and I've got massive arms too. I like to sort of feel comfortable on stage, and it's sort of what I do. I don't try to dress up and wear corduroys or anything like that. So.
Yeah.
It's a bit cold now, so I got the last laugh. But
is that a bit of a running joke that you're sort of, you know, you're a little bit too formal?
No,
you never wear chinos.
There's nothing wrong with corduroys, Sam. What are you going on
I
about?
bought a pair of chinos.
Do you want to have a go?
What's the difference between corduroys and chinos? So
When you walk, you can hear the rip down the chords.
You know when you run?
Yeah.
By the way, if I'm wearing them, doesn't make any difference. Chicks still dig them. Right.
And they're chafe free, mate. They're chafe free on a hot day.
They're not chafe free, actually.
So you know, you said chicks still dig them. How did that go overseas? And how's, you know, are you guys increased female attention?
I reckon we would have, but one dog, one bone, as Jeremy always says.
That's right, one dog, one bone. Bury it and live for later. What are you guys laughing at that for? Come on.
So a lot more recognisable, it would have helped.
No, look, let's put it this way. DJ's the chick magnet in our band now, the drummer.
Dreadlocks.
It's a dreadlocks. And I don't know what else it is, but there seems to be every time we're doing the signings, excuse me, where's your hot drummer? So we've given him that title, and we let him look after the young girls. We take over all the cougars and do the signings, meet their children and stuff. That's what we do now.